is Nichelle, host of Chickpeas and Lentils, and today I am here to give you an update on my weight loss journey. By following a high carb, low fat, vegan lifestyle, I have lost 127.9 pounds, 54 inches in 2 years. I wanted to talk to you today about a tool that I have been using for the last 90 days. And that tool is alternate day fasting. And it is exactly as it sounds. One day I eat and the next day I fast. And so I started alternate day fasting not for weight loss reasons, but to bring wholeness and wellness to my body, to my spirit, to my mind, and also to really get a hold of the compulsive eating. And so what I've experienced during this 90 days, and now I'm going into my 4th month of alternate day fasting, is that I no longer have cravings that drive me towards foods that are not healthy for me. The days that I'm fasting, I have just clarity that I can't compare to anything else. It is like, I feel like my God connection is so much stronger on the days that I am fasting. I mentioned in one of my videos about spiritual downloads. And that's really what it feels like. It feels like direction and information, and it feels like divine connection. And so these are tools that that I'm going to use the rest of my life. I have consistently lost between 4 and 8 pounds every month since I have started. I have not had a plateau. And so I wasn't looking for a way to lose weight because my lifestyle was working for me. Since I started alternate day fasting, I have seen an increase in energy. On the days that I am feasting, my appetite is not as great. Also, I have seen a change in the things that I'm craving in a good way. I have food just tastes different. I mean, it's like if you take something out and then you reintroduce it, it has a different, you get to taste the subtleties of things. And so food just tastes different to me. I'm learning how to fuel my body. Another benefit is that I've seen, I had like a calcium deposit on the top of my hand. So it just looked like a knot. And it has gone down about 50%, as well as bone spurs or heel spurs. I've seen a great decrease in those. At one point in time, I couldn't even wear shoes that rubbed against the back of my heel. And so those are just a few of the benefits of living this lifestyle. My next goal is to be at my goal weight by the end of the year. And I'm still not sure where I'm gonna land, but I do have an idea of where I'm going to land. It doesn't have to be a specific number on the scale. After reading Dr. Michael Greger's book, How Not to Die, that, how dangerous it is to have belly fat, excessive belly fat. And I think for women, the waist measurement should be 34 inches or less. And for men, it should be 36 inches or less. And so ultimately, I'm looking to create the best version of me, the most healthy version of me. As the saying goes, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. And if you don't get to the bottom of what is eating you, the cycle will start again. And I'm just determined to get the answers that I need to stay on this side of health. I believe that there are things in store for me that I have not yet experienced. I am believing God to reveal my next steps. There are going to be opportunities that I think that could only come on this side of growth. And so if you're looking to break the hold that food has on you, if you are, sometimes people say they are food addicts or they're compulsive overeaters. But whatever you label it is really up to you. You know the hold that food has that it should not have. It becomes the driver, and that is not what I want for my lifestyle. I don't want to be controlled by food any longer. I want to be the driver and making the decisions in my life. And so alternate day fasting has brought clarity in areas that have been clouded or covered for decades. Another tool that I am using is journaling. I mentioned this before. I have started this process of writing in the morning, just one stream of consciousness. Whatever is on my mind, whatever is keeping me in this loop of having the same thought over and over. I have found that when I release those thoughts on paper, they don't seem to keep cycling around and around in my head. And so it's mental release. And once that release has happened, I'm really able to go on and be the most effective in my day. I'm able to complete whatever tasks I have for the day. I'm able to think clear. I'm able to eat good food, make good choices, and not feel what is the word I'm looking for? It feels like it's just something that is happening in my day. There's a real disconnect in a healthy way between me and food. It is not something that follows me all day. It's kind of like anything else that you do. If I take a walk, there's a starting point and there's an ending point. If I am driving somewhere, there's a starting point and an ending point. With me and food, it used to just always be with me all day long, whether I was eating it or not. It just seemed to have a hold on me. And now I can sit down, I can have a meal, I can enjoy that meal, have that meal come to an end, and move on to whatever the next activity or the next thing that I have to do. And I don't have this hold. That's the only way I can describe it. It just feels like, it has just felt like in the past, like a hold on me. That now I feel like with journaling as well as with the alternate day fasting has helped me break that hold. There is now a separation between what I eat and when I eat. There's a time and a place, and it happens. And when it's over, it's done. I move on to the next thing. And so these are the kind of things that, you have to look at. You have to be brutally honest with yourself in order to get on the other side of this. If you are tired of yo-yo dieting, if you're tired of starting and stopping, you have got to be brutally honest with yourself. What are you willing to do to get to the other side? And so these are the questions. I'm not saying I have all the answers to yet, but these are the questions that I continue to ask myself, even on the days where I may not feel as secure as I'm feeling right now doing this video. But I will keep asking the questions. What do you want, Nichelle? What do you really want? What are you willing to do to get that? There is light and life on the other side of this. And I just want to offer, be an example of someone who has failed many times and have taken those many failures, have gone back, examined them, and gathered the lesson from them, which I am now applying along with other tools. Once all the pieces are in place, this same template can be used in other areas of my life, other areas that don't have to do with food, that don't have to do with food, but there's areas in my life that are inconsistent and incongruent. And I can use this same thinking, this same philosophy, these same actions that I'm taking and bring continuity to my life and to continue to live on and, and be the best version of me, because that's ultimately, it's what I plan to do. It is really about growth. It's about growth and growing. And as long as I'm on this side, that's what I plan to do. Continue to grow and be the best version of me. Whatever, that looks like today, it may look different in 6 months. But as long as growth is happening, and it doesn't have to be at anybody's pace except for yours, that is ultimately success. That's how I would define success. So I'm so glad that you all tuned in today. Thank you so much for the 850 of you who have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you. Make sure you share so we can double that number and continue to grow. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. I will see you all the next time.